bigger revelation that I had yesterday when we walked in the streets of Kenya here in Africa. And for the first time in long time, I think, we just walked around and we ate outside fruits. And I have to say that was such a... why do I start with this? Because it was really meaningful for me. Because I learned, wow, nature is so smart. For many years, I struggled with emotional eating, as we all do. Sometimes we go quickly to the fridge when we have some sadness or some struggles. And when we walked outside yesterday and we just ate the avocado and we opened it outside and we started to eat it, that was amazing for me because it was so slow and it was so nice, and I really appreciated the avocado. I didn't need to add no salt, no pepper as I usually do. I just was there with it. I know it sounds a bit too much, but it was really so special. You peel the peel slowly, you eat it, you're not in a rush. Sometimes when you make a salad or cooked food, sometimes you just push the food inside, you don't, unless you're really mindful and you a bit conscious, but usually we are in a hurry and we push it so fast. And this is why I want to say thank you to you, Fabio. That was really nice yesterday, just to walk around, eat outside. We buy something, we sit, we eat slowly, we enjoy it. We're not in a rush. Not like everything is open for us. We can just push it. You open the fruit. It's a bit challenging. And this is why the nature. You don't need to work hard to do mindful eating or to eat slowly or to fight with yourself. No, nature will do it for you. Jackfruit, try to eat jackfruit quickly. You cannot. You have to open it. You have to separate each fruit. It's sticky sometimes. Also, even avocado, one of the easiest one. When you eat it outside, you have to peel the peel. You have to check it. You have to eat it. Yes, it was so nice.
Mm. Have you ever saw one person eat avocado like this?
No, only monkeys.
Me too. I remember my my first month in Thailand. I eat avocado like this, and one Thailand girl told to me, "Why you eat avocado?"
Like this.
Yeah, it's I remember the emotion of this person is a surprise.
It is surprising, Fabio. If I would have seen you like many years ago, yeah, I would be also surprised because avocado for us is, but it's such an amazing fruit, It's such an amazing fruit. It's a fruit. I know many people use it as cooking to put it on a bread or everything, but just eat it like that. It's also amazing.
Yeah, it's like banana, like mango. It's more respect mango.
More than mango.
No, it's like mango, I think.
Yeah, it looks almost the same, Fabio. You remember yesterday? I didn't know if it's avocado or mango, you know?
Yeah.
So strange. But it's such an amazing fruit. So my point was really like, for me, it was a big revelation because, I sometimes, we eat too much and the pain and the stomach is hurting. But the nature will help you really easily. You know what I mean? It will just make you eat slowly because you have to. You cannot eat like a fruit in the nature. You cannot really eat it fast. Maybe bananas is the easiest one, and this is why it's so successful in the world because it's one of the easiest sweet fruits. Good, really good fruit. But think about jackfruit. If you Google it, jackfruit is amazing sweet fruit. You cannot eat it quickly. You cannot. You have to work with it. Even durian. The amazing durian. When you have the fruit, you have to open it slowly. It's a bit hurting. You have to be slow. Mango also, you peel it, it's sticky, you eat it. When a person came with you with a plate of fruits or cooked food, you don't appreciate so much. You're quick to eat. But when you eat slow, everything, I think, it's amazing to do stuff slowly. I always was, when I was younger, I was in a rush. Let's do it quick. Like my father, we went on shopping, and my father, it was like Amazing Race. We have to do it quick, we don't see, we go, we quick out, because my father doesn't like to do shopping, for example, which is okay. But if you live your life like this, just like it's just pain. It's not, you don't appreciate. And when you slowly with the fruit or the food, you don't need to eat so much. You appreciate really.
Yeah, I also believe this. I believe the best is to eat slow because you can feel really the taste.
Taste and you can really appreciate.
Yeah,
And you eat less, which is so important. You lose weight, you eat less, which is, I think, one of the most important things. I told you yesterday, like the nature does not want you to go to the toilet in the middle of the night. You go, you die, let's say in the past. Think about people going to the river at 2 a.m. or 4 a.m. They will die. Animals will kill them. Active animals, crocodiles, whatever. But like I'm talking about many years ago. I think really for me it was revelation yesterday night. I was thinking about it, and I was really like, you eat too much, the nature, like in the past, the nature will not protect you as much. I'm trying to be very careful with my words. Okay, so I want
yes,
to,
but
yeah.
I try in fasting to drink in the night because I'm more sensible, and my body told to me something's weird.
Don't do that.
To drink
It is weird, Fabio.
is weird.
Think about it also when we had a big meal and then there was power out, there was no electricity, so we couldn't see. Suddenly you're not hungry.
Yeah.
You don't want to continue. That was amazing. Your body doesn't want you. And because we have so many lights and everybody has a light in his room and everybody can eat late, the body thinks it's still daytime and he eats. But but actually it doesn't want to eat because it's dark, and the body is not supposed to eat in this time. I want to start. We are talking today about chapter number 10 from the beautiful, amazing book, The New Earth, A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. And I want to start with one of. So we always like collecting beautiful quotes and we talk about them. And I want to start today with a special quote that, I will just read. When you have had a direct experience of the unstable nature of all forms, you will likely never overvalue form again, and thus lose yourself by blindly pursuing it or attaching yourself to it. So why did I chose to read this quote first? Because it really reminded me of my own past and my own history. When I had the breakup, which was a form, I was attached to another person. I was like, I was in love, but I think it was also a lot of attachment there. So I was, when there was the breakup, I was really suffering. And like this quote saying, when you have a direct experience of the unstable nature of all forms, and everything is unstable, relationship, so many, 50% people of the people are divorced. But it doesn't matter, everything is unstable. We all know that. So when you attach yourself to it, you suffer so much when you lose it. So after you acknowledge that all forms are very unstable, like I had with my experience with a breakup, or even if you lose a close one, right? Like you did, Fabio, or when, yes, so you are aware of it. It's not stable. It's not, the forms are not stable, so you're not attach yourself so much to it, and you don't suffer as much. Do you feel like this for you, Fabio? Are you like, I mean, like after you lost your father when you were young, and this also a key. Also in this chapter, he talks about it, to be awakened from early age, for some. But are you aware also of the instability of all forms? Humans, connections,
I don't know.
possessions.
I tell you what comes in my mind. It's better to lost one person because die, respect to lost one person because they don't accept you. If my father don't die, but I lost my father because don't accept my
You, yeah.
I think
Oh my.
I suffered for this. For for me is better to accept if is this.
Absolutely, Fabio. You know, when I suffered so much after the breakup, I wished, like, sometimes I didn't wish for anyone to die, of course, but I really understood if she was dead, it was way more easier for me. I
Yeah.
suffered so much because there was also a lot of guilt there, you know, and guilt can really, sorry, but fuck you up, like, really, like, messes you around.
Yeah. Yes, I think when one person don't accept you, you are more open for suffer.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
you don't want me? Is this
yeah.
and your mind go crazy for the answer
Yeah,
because
but,
search maybe I'm
mm,
not a beautiful person, maybe I'm not friendly,
and
maybe.
this will also can really disturb you and make you suffer, these mind actions. But I want to say something, Fabio. I said the suffering is more when the other person doesn't want you. In my case, that was not so bad actually. If you really try and the other person doesn't want, I feel from my experience you lose it a bit. You don't attract it so much to the other person. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have a friend, let's say, let's make it easier, and the friend doesn't want any connection, and you really try, and you are doing everything, but he really doesn't want any connection with you. You okay, you surrender or you suffer. But for me it's I think for me, even like many years ago, I would have been fine. I would it will not be nice, but I will cope quickly. In my case that was not the case. I was the one who decided to break up, you know and I started a new relationship, and that's where my pain was. I didn't how do you say, I didn't overcome the other one, and I started a new one. That was the pain. And then when I wanted maybe to go back, I couldn't because she was already in other relationship and whatever. And that was my suffer, the blame, the guilt. That was the biggest. Like, if I can really recommend, and I really try to work on myself in that aspect, really to be careful from guilt. Really, this one can really messes you up. Like, seriously. Yeah.
And now you have some guilt.
No, because I no, I don't have like now. I because I took care of myself. I think there was a lot of acceptance, and also I had some talk with her afterwards,
Mm.
and we're still in contact. But no, what I'm saying is I had some even before I talked to her. I learned so much about acceptance, which helped me a lot. Acceptance for me, it's maybe one of the most strongest values in this world. I'm not joking. Like, this one was exactly what I needed, just to accept. Sometimes you cannot change. You did stuff, you didn't do stuff. Even if you did mistakes, even if it was your fault, which actually looking back, it wasn't really specifically my fault, but let's say it was my fault. And let's say I did a mistake. Acceptance is so important when you say, it is what it is. Okay, I accept. And Maya Angelou also says beautifully, when you know better, you do better. So I didn't know, I was not conscious at that time. That's what it was, okay? And what made me conscious today, this mistake.
Today, the sense of guilt can reach you.
Yes, it's like a thought. It comes to me, I see it, and I decide not to attach myself to it, or not to believe it 100%, okay? Yes, there could be guilt, There could be negative thoughts, absolutely, but I'm not. I don't look at it as the truth. Many people, which I do appreciate. I'm not against it, but many people, you say something and then they say, no, what do you say that? You're not, you're X, you're Y, you're good, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes you do mistakes. I do believe that. And sometimes, life is not so much fun. But I accept. Accept it's easy. I don't resist. Whatever you resist, persist. I love this sentence also. I don't resist. I did a mistake. What can I do now? Okay? Talking about guilt and everything just takes my energy from important stuff. I'm not playing this game anymore. Wow, when I was younger, oof, could have gone like hours, days, months for nothing. How much energy, how much waste, like seriously.
I think it's like when you are inside the water. You can swim or you can stay quiet and you can breathe. If you stay quiet, you still up in the water. But if you move, you lose energy for swim.
Fabio, you actually said something really beautiful, and I want to maybe make it more fine. When you're in the water, and there was a famous singer in Israel that died actually because he went to rescue his nephew. So they were in the beach. I will tell this story very quickly. They were in the beach, and there's starting to be big waves, and there was some kind of a problem. I don't know how to say it exactly, but there was a problem when you try to go back to the shore, to the shore, to the beach, to the sand, but you cannot because the waves are so strong and they push you back. But it's not all the sea. Like looking back now, we know it wasn't all. It's just like a part, but nobody knows that. Now we know that because of this big tragedy that happened, so many people knows about when you have this difficulty, you don't resist. But he resisted, and I think I would have acted the same because you don't know. You just want to go back. The water is crazy, and your nephew is on you. And by the way, the nephew survived, but he didn't. That was so tragic, and it was very famous. But it was a really big story. But my point was, when you have so much resistance, they say, okay, you don't go anywhere. The people, the medics or the lifesavers, they say, be still. Okay, just stay. Okay, just stay in the same spot. Don't fight with it. Okay, eventually it will disappear. There is other option, of course, to go around it. But let's say you're not aware of it, okay, and the water is really strong. Your best option is that it's not, do not resist, because when you resist, you lose so much energy and you can die. Sometimes just to stay and even float in the water if you can helps you more.
What mean float?
Float, it means like you take breath and you hold it. And you can float on the water, because your body is full with air. Or sometimes you can even do floating without taking so much, which breathing slowly. That was a big thing. That was a big story. So sad, but that was a big lesson for all of us. Like I will repeat and I will say that, and I learned it the hard way. Whatever you resist, persist. Same is like. No, I always talk about it. My father, which I love dearly. One of the closest people to me. Yeah, but he has some opinions that I'm not a big fan of. It's not my cup of tea. Let's say, but I don't resist. I don't. Whatever you resist, persist.
I want to ask you.
Not even inch. Yeah, sorry.
If resist in one things. The nature give you strong for this resistance, make you strong.
You mean the other side? Let's say if I resist you, are you stronger? What do you mean?
If you resist me,
yeah,
every day, make the
no, I
nature
go weaker.
Mm.
I go weaker, Fabio. Why should I fight with you? The ego likes wars. It likes to fuel. The pain body likes it. Negative emotions, all of this. But why? You lose so much energy. Wow, I told you that. Like Fabio, I learned the hard way. I didn't know about Eckhart Tolle, didn't know about Buddhism, all this kind of stuff, but I learned early age. When I don't argue, I'm just keeping silence. I win more. I win more. It was crazy for me. Somebody came to me and started to argue with me about stuff, and I was just silence. I don't know if it's because I was sick or because I knew I did a mistake or whatever. I was silence. And then after really 4 minutes, I was shocked to my core. The other person was like, okay, but it's okay, never mind. Everything is fine. Everything was fine. And I knew deep inside, I knew it completely. If I would just say one word, okay, I would argue this will have continued so much and so much more and so much worse, You get weaker.
And you feel free. You feel free when you are able to don't to shut up your mouth, to stay silent after you feel free.
You do it really good, Fabio. You do it a lot. You just keep quiet.
Depends.
Sometimes.
The other side of myself comes. Re-go. Re-alive.
Yes, I remember. I was a bit surprised 2 days ago when the shoe stuff. So we just share again that you walk barefoot and you don't react, which is amazing. I think it's good because many people judge here in Kenya. They don't understand how a white person, that's what they tell us, can walk barefoot. They cannot even realize that. And it doesn't matter what you say to them, they cannot understand. And sometimes it's funny to see you react to them, Then I know, Pavio is is not himself right now, But yeah, there is no but. You're more free when you don't react. You're more free. That's the first time that I hear that.
Also, what I don't like, my ego, is when they call me pss, pss.
Absolutely.
It's like a dog.
Nobody.
My dog said me, I'm not a dog. It's like this. Pss, pss, for call me.
Yes, Fabio, absolutely. I try not to do it as an ego thing. No, I would not react to you because you do, psst, I would not do that. But I really go into my inner body. Because they say a lot of stuff on the street. By the way, Kenya is amazing, and people here are amazing, and the fruits are amazing, and come travel here and enjoy Africa. I will always say that. But we share some of the challenges, and some of the challenges that people don't know and don't understand. People walk barefoot, and I would love to walk barefoot, by the way. I don't walk barefoot, but I would love to walk barefoot if the ground is soil, like here. It's soil. It's just soil. It's not even highway. You just walk, and it's. I feel there is a great connection to earth, and there is many health benefits, and you can Google it. But what I wanted to say, yesterday, there was a group of little kids. I don't know what they said, but they followed us, maybe because barefoot, I don't know why, but maybe they just want to make fun. And they started to say stuff and laugh. And there is some part that you said, well, are they laughing at us? I didn't know. But I just went inside my body. They followed us for a while, and I didn't resist. I did not want to resist any attention, any reaction. We just made them follow us more, or be more excited. No, I don't react. It's like dogs. Sorry, but I will give this example. Nature is the best. Nature knows the best, Dogs, when they don't want to fight with you, or don't want to talk to you, they just even don't look at you, They see you, but you don't realize that they see you, and they go. If you see dogs, they don't want to react to each other. One of them just go other side and doesn't even make eye contact and just doing his own thing, So yeah, don't react. Like if somebody asks you for something, advice or some particular stuff, react, If something, of course, I will also say that if somebody hurts you, you can react. You can say, no, stop that. It's not pleasant for me, Stop that. You can do that. But if you react, why did he do that? Why do you do that? Like, who do you think you are? All this no. You can save your energy. So we don't allow people to attack us. Of course not. We can stop it really easy, and we do that. But we save our energy for that. And there is a beautiful, and I said it and I will say it again, beautiful quote from Churchill, who said, I know many people in Africa doesn't like white leaders from the past. I understand it, but that was a good quote. He said, if you stop and throw rocks at every dog that barks, you will never reach your destination. And I really truly believe that. And I see you, Fabio, how much you very care about your energy. You really care about it. I don't know if you're aware of it, but you really care of it. You don't waste it, even an inch, about stuff that are not relevant, because you have a big goals, you have something, you are here for something bigger. You're not part of this world madness and this world drama. You're not part of it. You don't want it. It's a waste of time. Okay, I think it's time to go to the next one, and I think it's an important quote because I was a bit awakening from the suffering and from the depression that I suffered. And you also, maybe, Fabio, you had some struggles when you were a small child. You lost your father at an early age, which was very painful. But Eckhart Tolle says, and I want to say it also to the people who listen, as your awareness increases and the ego is no longer running your life, you don't have to wait for your world to shrink or collapse through old age or personal tragedy in order for you to awaken to your inner purpose. So this was very important. You can be awake without that. You can listen your suffering without tragedies, without, he said, old age, because many people, come to old age and it comes with a lot of pain as well. Your body changes. It's a very struggling period, but you don't have to suffer so much if you practice this kind of stuff, acceptance, and connecting to the inner self, to the inner space. Yes. It says from the book also about how do you live with harmony with the universe power. How do you live with connection to the universe, because the universe talks to you all the time. Your inner body talks to you. You can reach this, I'm not talking about the mind and the thoughts. I'm talking about something deeper. So he says in the book, without the impairment of egoic dysfunction, our intelligence comes into full alignment with the universe intelligence and its impulse to create. It is not we who create, but universal intelligence that creates through us. So I do truly believe that, when you have excitement, when you have such a power and energy to do stuff, sometimes it comes from the universal energy. And how do you connect to this power? You connect it if you're not so attached or connected to your ego.
You just want to create.
Yes. Are you in this state right now, Fabio?
Sometimes, yes. Yes. I think we are alive for this. We wake up for this. We wake up and the energy comes from creation. If we are not to be able to create, we are not. We just sleep
or die.
Yeah.
But Fabio, it's really important what you're saying right now. Like, I want also to be more connected to the universal intelligence, because I sometimes I can be entrapped with this world drama, people, situations, and I know that I awake really quickly when I lose myself, and I awake really quickly. In the past, it took me more time, but today it's easier for me. Like I can understand when I am going crazy, really quickly, and I can go back. And how do you connect more to the universal intelligence? Sometimes I feel like there is some patterns inside me that it's really hard for me to let go. So, for example, let's say, you know, there is issues of money here, when you're a white person and they give you a different price, or sometimes they play games with you. It's very common and it is very challenging. But this is the situation. And there is pattern in me that fights it, that really like, why did I do that? I asked them, for example, 2 days ago, I asked, like in the official store of my cellular company here in Kenya, I asked him to put me some money in the. He didn't do what I asked. I gave him, but he didn't do. Eventually, it worked out. Everything is fine. But initially, like there was pain in me. There was like anger even. There was like a desire to react really quickly. Luckily, I just felt it. I just felt it. I was there with it. I didn't resist it. I just let it be. And felt it. This is the best, like the one of the greatest things I've learned from Eckhart Tolle. It's also about emotional eating. You want to eat, you want to react, you want to do whatever you want to do, and it's not beneficial to you, it's not healthy for you, and it makes you suffer. Be with it. Don't react. Go slow. Go slow. Just feel it. Feel it. What do you feel? You really want to emotional eat right now, although you're full? Okay, just feel it. Don't do anything. Even if in the end you eat more, it's okay. But give more space. Give more time before the initial feeling to the reaction. Also, the same what happened with this guy. And this is a big lesson for me, because reactivity can really makes you suffer. And I learned it really so many times in my life. How many times I suffered because I was reactive. But the world was not crazy. I was crazy in my mind. And the world was absolutely fine. And everything managed. Even if I didn't do anything, everything managed. But I thought I have to be in control, and I have to change anything, and I have to tell this person this is not right, whatever. No, stuff will manage. You don't have to work so hard. You don't need to spend so much energy.
I think suffer comes to waste energy.
Wow. Suffering comes to waste your energy. But why does he want to waste your energy? Why the nature
it's
invented this suffering? Why?
I think it's part of evolution.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like when one animal eat another animal, eat the energy of this animal,
Right.
and this animal wastes the energy, all the life,
True.
because it become food. This food go in another animal, but it's part of the cycle of the. So when we waste the energy about some experiences like this, some
We are like a prey. We let them eat us.
yeah,
We let this situation eat us and eat
Yeah.
our energy. We let them kill us.
yeah,
But we don't die. We just suffer. This is what we have.
yeah,
We don't die, we suffer. And the suffering
because our consciousness is unlimited, our energy, the consciousness
still lives.
Can't die.
Can die. That's true. And I think you ask, why did the universe invent in this suffering tool? So the answer will be, evolution-wise, to make us awake, to awaken us, to make us more conscious. I know from my experience, Eckhart Tolle experience, other people, also you, Fabio, from suffering we awake. We don't have to suffer. But this is also a great mentor. Not great, but it also a mentor, Sometimes people need to suffer. I have a close person to me, and I see her. She is so active with her children's and with her family and her work, and she forgot about herself. She really does, and I really want, like, all my body wants just to tell her, listen, like, one day your children's will not need you. They will be on their own. And don't wait to a point when everybody, like, you finished your work, you finished being a mom or not being a mom, but the children don't need you as much, and then you lost all your energy. You're done. You didn't invest anything about your own mental and physical health. And but then there was a voice inside me that tells me, don't judge. Like, it's a bit of judging. Don't react. Let it be. Maybe suffering is the best way for the person to learn. I will also tell about my brother, which I love. I have many brothers and one sister, and I have three brothers and one sister. So one of my brothers, which I love, he you cannot really talk to him. You try to talk to him, he will not listen to you. Never. Like, it's like a block. He's doing his thing. He has his own stuff, business, whatever. And he used to smoke a lot of cannabis. Smoke a lot, and spend a lot of money on it. And back then he didn't have as much money. But I didn't react to it because I knew there is no way to go through it. Even my parents, like, nobody. And he still had a job and everything, but he smoked so much. And it was so strange for me. One day we were in and then he comes and said, no, I stopped. I was like, what? I stopped. And you know what he said? He said, you know what happened to me? I was sitting, I think he was sitting in the living room or whatever, and he was preparing a cigarette, cannabis cigarette, but he wasn't realizing, and at the same time he was already smoking another one. He was smoking, but he was not realizing, and he was still like just, and that was the realization for him. It's too much. It's too much. He didn't do so much while he was with cannabis. He really felt like he's behind, But this point really, like, messes his mind. Like, wow, I'm not. I smoking, but I'm already, like, preparing the next one. Like, such addiction, And I thought the cannabis is not so addicted, but many people are addicted to it. It's nice because you don't need to think so much.
Yes, it's addictive. It's so much addictive.
Yeah, you smoke, Fabio.
Yeah. In Thailand, I begin.
But you stopped. Why did you stop? Re-begin and stopped.
No,
Why?
Because I try mushroom.
Ooh.
After mushroom, I realize, oh, this is better. This is better.
It is better. It's not addicted. Do you think mushrooms also addicted? You can get addicted, maybe.
Yeah.
But you lose the effect, I think, if you take it too much. That's what I heard.
I think it's addictive also, mushroom.
I don't know. I don't feel it
But
because
also fruitarian diet is addictive. I remember...
we're talking about magical mushrooms, of course, yes.
Magical diet is a fruitarian diet.
It is.
I remember when after I smoke, I lose some beauty about the fruitarian diet.
Cannabis.
Yeah.
Okay, and then?
Then I eat durian, something like this for rebalance.
Gotcha. So, but okay, so I tell you what, I heard from expertise that said that once, twice a year for mushrooms gives you the effect. More, you lose it.
I think the best is to eat a lot. Just one trip, but a big trip. And after you don't take.
Fabio, we're just saying we're not the doctors and we don't know. And some people, it will be good. I think, to be honest, for me, personally, it was one of the best experience I had. But I did it a special way. I didn't just take mushrooms and go to the nature and party, but I like cover my eyes and I put some psychedelic music, which you can find on Spotify and others. And I was just with them. Yeah, I was just with that. That was so
I
nice.
don't think it's party. It's
Many
party.
people do it for that, Fabio. Like I have to go to some or nature even. I think it's amazing to go to the nature on mushrooms, but that was not my. I wanted to go inside, deep inside. So yeah, so that's why I covered my eyes. But it's nice once in a while to take off the cover and just look around. You really appreciate, and this is your real state, your inner state. This is how the mind talks so much over, so you're not able to appreciate. Do you think animals can appreciate? Are they in this state always,
Yeah,
like mushroom state?
I saw one video about a jaguar eat ayahuasca, one plants, and after you see this jaguar in trip, a little bit disease.
Dizzy,
Yeah,
but disease can kill you.
yeah.
This can really kill you. Like I thought to myself, if you eat it in the nature, you die. Just die. I told you that. That was so like why? But it's so nice. It's so nice, and I'm so happy that in this lifetime we all can experience that. I think in the future it will be way more easier because people understand the benefits against depression, other stuff, and I think it's amazing time that we are able to approach it and experience that and be connected to a higher level. I really truly believe that. Yeah.